Welcome to the show. Very good morning. Hi there. It's Gilbert here. And thank you so much to Nabirin. She had news covered for us at 11 o'clock. And looks like it's the second hour of the show. This is where we have our very special interviews. Different days, different themes on Momentum. And on Wednesday, midweek, it is What Matters. We have our guest in the studio. And today's topic, very interesting. What Matters, World Fisheries Day Celebration 2024, internationally celebrated on the 21st of November, but we will be having an early celebration that will be on early November. And today our guest in the studios will be talking to Head of International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division, Department of Fisheries, Malaysia. And while it is so nice to have her in the studios talking to Lim Gaik, I'll be addressing her as Lim throughout the interview. Very good morning to you, Lim. How are you?
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you for having me, and good morning also to our listeners. So first of all, I would like to thank TRAXXfm for having me here today and to share and promote the World Fisheries Days 2024 celebration.
Right. And Lim, just before we get into our topic today, right? Lim, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm so interested to find out a person like you heading the International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division in Department of Fisheries, Malaysia. Just tell us a little bit about yourself here.
So, just a little bit of myself, which I do not want to go into too much because we are here to promote the celebration. But just a bit of my background. I was formerly from, my background was conservation of our marine resources, marine biological diversity. I was in the Department of Marine Parks, Malaysia, before that, which was in the Ministry of Natural Resources.
Okay.
But then after 2018, the department was transferred back to Department of Fisheries.
Nice, okay.
And so here I am now.
Starting, it's a new journey, and
yes.
New journey. But when you talk about being in the sea or probably anything to do with the ocean, I think it's aquaculture, right? And so getting into our topic today, yes, as we were mentioning it. Now, for those of you who just happen to be tuning into us right here on TRAXXfm, you also can catch us live. We are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, and that will be TRAXXfm official. And on where else are we on? YouTube. Yes, thank you so much to Rose in the studios with me, my producer. And yes, Lim, getting back to our topic, which is the World Fisheries Day Celebration 2024. Lim, can you elaborate a little bit more on the significance of organizing and celebrating World Fishery Day 2024? And I believe this time around it's done, it's held physically for the first time here in Malaysia. Lim, could you just tell us a little bit more about this celebration?
Okay, yes, it is happening on the 2nd of November until the 3rd of November at Anjung Floria Putrajaya. Okay. And the event is open to everyone from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. On the first day. Okay. But on the second day, we will be closing at 5 p.m. and entrance is free of charge.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, Gilbert, before I proceed further, can I ask you a question?
No problem. Here we go.
How much fish and fisheries products do you eat a week?
Oh, okay. Good question there. Well, I'm not so much of a fish person, but my son is. And probably, 3 to 4 times in a week.
3 to 4 times in a week.
Yes, and there's about 3 family members in my family. 3
family members. So, 3 to 4 times, that would make it, if let's say it is 100 gram of fish per meal. That would make it around 3 to 400 grams of fish a week.
Yes. Yeah. And that's for a household of 3.
Yes. And then, besides that, on top of the 400 gram of fish. Do you eat other like belacan or fish burgers?
Oh yeah, fish burgers, fillet, things like that. Yes, as and when you can. Yeah. When
So you fit into our statistics. So just so you know, Malaysians consume 44 kg of fish annually per year per person.
Per person.
Yes, and that would make it around 0.8 kilogram of fish per week.
My goodness. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So so that's the normal fish and fisheries products consumption
for
us,
an
for
average
Malaysians.
Malaysians.
An average Malaysian.
Okay.
This is a Malaysian average, but at globally we are actually above the global average. Global average is only 20 kilogram per person per year.
Okay.
So we are 2 times
more. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, which is
I always
why,
wonder. Yeah, is there enough of fishes in the sea?
so which is why this fish and fisheries industry is very important to us.
Okay.
And fish consumption is actually only second to chicken consumption.
Right.
Chicken is the first.
Yes.
Chicken meat is the first, and fish and fisheries is second.
Okay.
So the industry also contributes 16.5 billion ringgit to the economy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the statistic shows how important the fisheries industry is to us.
Okay.
So which is why this year we are celebrating the people who put fish on our tables and in our aquariums.
There you go.
Yeah.
The people behind it, and of course who provides us with all those goodness from fishes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So these people include our fishermen, our farmers, who tirelessly catch and produce the fishes, and those along the production line of the products.
Okay.
Yeah.
You must also understand the bad weather conditions that they face.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And we should also not forget our fisheries officer, like myself,
Okay.
who are actually responsible to manage the resources
Okay.
in our sea,
All right.
to ensure its sustainability, and enforcement officers who protect our seas from being encroached by foreign fishermen who steals our fish.
Right.
And also researchers both within the department and those in the research institutes in the universities who put their heads together to solve issues like increase in feed costs,
Right.
and to develop alternative antibiotics based on natural products. They also think about how to mitigate impacts of climate change, and then rehabilitate degraded areas, incorporating artificial intelligence in our production system. So these are some of the things that we do to contribute to the industry.
Right.
And besides that, we have our NGOs and strategic partners who also play an important role in educating the public on the importance of conservation and sustainable use of our marine resources.
Right.
So
So it can get so extensive. It's not just something that it just happens to appear on your table and we just go for the convenience of eating and enjoying it. But people behind the scene, the people like you who keep the ecosystem right. There's so much of governance happening here. And the people who go out there and to provide all this for the country and for the nation. Wow, that can be extensive.
So such huge contributions should not go unnoticed.
Right.
So which is why therefore the department would like to acknowledge and appreciate all such efforts and contributions by the people who matters.
Right. Okay. Lim, now the Department of Fisheries Malaysia, now as you know, Malaysia is making waves in the international stage. Could you tell us what specific contributions are there making to global fishery management and conservation? Could you just elaborate a little bit more on this?
Sure. So at our regional and international platform, the department will always strives to protect the national interests.
Okay.
And we will also seek opportunities activities from these international bodies to build our capacity to provide technical assistance and funding opportunities.
Right.
And we are also usually involved in free trade agreement negotiations,
Right.
as well as negotiations that will bind country to obligations. So we have played crucial roles during the recently concluded fisheries subsidies agreement, which Malaysia signed and ratified it during the ministerial conference, the 13th ministerial conference this year.
Okay.
And we were also actively involved in the recently concluded Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework negotiation process.
Right.
And in fact, as we are talking now, there is a very important meeting going on in Cali, Colombia,
Right.
the 16th Conference of Parties to the Convention on Biological Diversity, where there are 2 marine and coastal biodiversity papers being negotiated. So we are also actively involved in providing inputs to the global plastic agreement negotiation process. And our common stand will always be common but differentiated responsibilities, whereby more able countries should bear bigger responsibilities compared to developing nations like Malaysia.
Alright.
So these are some of the common stands that we would hold on to during negotiations.
Okay.
And at regional level, we work closely with our neighbours on various cooperations, as well as consolidate our efforts to combat illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing activities,
Right.
IUU fishing for short.
Okay.
Through ASEAN and the Southeast Asian Fisheries Development Centre, SIFDEC. And Malaysia is also the host country for Marine Fisheries Resources Development and Management Department, MFRDMD of SIFDEC, and arm under SIFDEC, which is located in Terengganu.
All right.
And this year, in July, Malaysia also hosted and chaired the first physical meeting of the ASEAN Sectoral Working Group on Fisheries, ASWGFI, after COVID-19.
Okay.
And it is through our good network at ASEAN and SIFDEC, Malaysia has actually gained opportunities to develop our capacities in various areas of fisheries, as well as engage in active communication to exchange information regarding IUU activities.
All right, so there you go, explained by Lim, and how do we play an important role in the international stage. Thank you so much, Lim, on that one there. Just before we go in for a song break, just one more question here, Lim. Could you tell us the story now, as you know that we will be celebrating International Fishery Day 2024 very soon, and could you just tell us a little story behind the logo for World Fisheries Day 2024? What do the symbols, the colors represent, and how do they connect with the event's theme this year? There's a theme for it, right?
Yes.
I did read it on the World Wide Web. If you'd like, for our listeners, if you'd like to get more info, details about World Fishery Day, better known as World Fisheries Day Celebration 2024, get onto the World Wide Web. Make sure it's the date, it's this year, 2024, and get your theme and the whole picture. But to hear it from Lim, a little bit more about the logo, the color, and yes, the event's theme.
Okay, the logo was specifically designed to commemorate the World Fisheries Day and to highlight the importance of fisheries in our life. Fish and fisheries product, as I've mentioned just now, are one of our most important important source of animal protein.
Right.
And it also contributes to our economy. And this logo illustrates the harmonious relationship between the inland fisheries, we have inland fisheries, and also the marine fisheries.
Okay.
It also reflects the diversity of our aquatic ecosystem, which is fragile, and it renders the need to protect and to conserve it.
Okay.
And the logo also represents the invaluable treasure, our fisheries resources, which we need to give priority to work together as a nation to ensure its sustainability for our future generations.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so much a responsibility the Department of Fisheries Malaysia has to hold, and definitely our guest in the studio talking to Lim Gaik, Head of International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division, Department of Fisheries Malaysia. It is so much a responsibility that every individual in the Department of Fisheries Malaysia, and also every citizen that people behind the scene who put fish on our table, play here in Malaysia. Thank you so much. We'll be taking a short break here, and when we come back, well, as you know, that this particular event will be done or held physically first time here in Malaysia, so we will be getting into more of all the attraction that's open for the public when we come back. So stay tuned right here at TRAXXfm. This is TRAXXfm's Momentum. What matters, what's happening, what's trending, very important to us. Do stay tuned with my producer Rose and myself here, Gilbert. Back in a bit.
by a very famous influencer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it a surprise?
Yes.
Okay.
He has 1.5 million followers on his social media.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is none other than Shafiq Cute.
Right.
He always cook with a smile on his face. And we are actually targeting 15,000 visitors to our event, which is about 1% of Shafiq's followers. So yeah.
Okay.
So he will be one of our judges for a cooking competition during the event. So do come and visit us at Anjong Floria if you want to know what Shafiq is cooking on the 3rd of November.
Okay.
So there will also, besides that, there will also be activities by which are very popular during the Malaysia Agriculture, Horticulture, Agro Tourism Expo, Maha Expo, which was in September.
Yeah.
So
2 years once, right?
So those attractions which were popular during Maha will also be in. We will have it during our celebration, our World Fisheries Day celebration.
Okay.
So these activities include fish scooping. We have freshwater prawn fishing.
Okay.
Petting zoo, and the public would love to test tuna products and demonstration of aquascapes.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
My mouth is already watering. Trust me.
So. Yeah.
Okay, so those are some of the fun-filled activities, what visitors can expect, the attractions in place to ensure a smooth and an enjoyable experience for everyone. So there you go. At least about 15,000 over visitors are expected, right, Alim?
Yes.
Wow. And this is the first time it is held physically in Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay, besides that, all the time before, how was it done? How was World Fishery Day celebration done?
So before this, we would hold webinars,
like that.
Celebrations online. But this year we plan to have it physically, because to get more interaction with the public.
Okay.
We want to interact better, because it is better to have face-to-face information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I will ask you just one question here before we take another short break. Besides all the fun activities, and as we have a very strong, I should say, influencer, or a very strong person, a chef, who will be joining some of the activities for World Fishery Day here in Malaysia. Beyond all the fun and festivities, what educational and awareness rising opportunities will visitors gain from attending World Fishery Day 2024, Lim? How can this event inspire positive changes in our relationship with the ocean?
Yeah. Okay. So we have talks, we have mini workshops and exhibitions.
Right.
So visitors will be able to learn about sustainable fisheries and importance of our marine ecosystem and the need to protect our resources.
Okay.
And we hope that this will also inspire or maybe strengthen or enhance good practices among ourselves, habit change, like not to waste food.
Yep.
This is one of the easiest.
Okay.
And then to discard our rubbish properly, because things might end up in the river, which might also end up in the sea.
Yes.
So these are some of the things that we would want to expect. And at the same time, kids will also get to learn through fun and interactive activities and games.
Right.
So raising awareness is our main goal. So we hope that the public will be able to understand the industry better, to increase their knowledge on how they could contribute, and do take opportunities to interact with our officers, industry players, and our NGOs, as well as our strategic partners. So you may get latest information on future events organized by our partners. For example, maybe beach and reef cleanups, turtle conservation programs, reef or mangrove rehabilitation programs, and many more. So these are some of the activities that our partners would conduct annually or periodically. So these are some of the information that they might get during the event by visiting their booths. And as for industry players, this is a very good platform to build and strengthen networks and to provide opportunities to enhance collaboration among each other. And the department is also keen to promote our local fisheries products. There will be new innovative products. There will be burger sotong.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey.
things that you might have not heard before. We have serunding belut.
Serunding belut. Have you heard or not?
No,
Yes. Haven't heard, serunding belut.
So these are some of the products that we want to promote.
Okay.
Local products, which we should appreciate. And this event we hope that it will be a memorable event for everyone in the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, always when you have events like this, especially done by our Malaysian departments, Maha was all about horticulture and agriculture, and you got something like this, which will be World Fishery Day celebration. And learning something new is always what you can pick up from exhibitions and carnivals like this. So I think this is going to be really knowledgeable. What was that again? Serunding belut. Wow. Okay. So if you would like to know what serunding belut is all about, this is the place you should be. Once again, Lim, when will the dates be? And could you just elaborate on that one there again? Early November.
Yes, we will be having our celebration of World Fisheries Day on the 2nd and 3rd of November 2024 at Anjung Floria, Putrajaya.
Okay, there you go. You heard it from Gaik, the head of International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division, Department of Fisheries, Malaysia. And stay tuned. When we come back, there will be our roundup questions for our guests in the studios, Lim, who will be telling us a little bit more to round up and where can you get all your info and details about World Fishery Day 2024 celebrations. Second and the 3rd of November. Talking to our guest here, who is the head of International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division, Department of Fisheries, Malaysia, Lim Gaik. And as Lim did mention to us, how important this day, it's going to be the first time held physically here in Malaysia. And yes, all the interesting things the public can probably obtain or get from this particular, what should I say, expo, festival. Well, it's a combination of both. And of course, knowledge. That's the most important thing when it comes to do with the ocean, when it comes to do with fish. That's something that probably we need to be informed. Okay, it can be it doesn't matter how old you are, the older, the younger generation. Well, this is something not for to miss. It's open for the public. Expectation of crowd 15,000 over, and besides that, you've got so much of attraction, so much of fun going on for the 2 days, the 2nd and 3rd of November. Lim, as we conclude, what is your final message to our listeners about the importance of sustainable fisheries and the role we play in protecting our ocean?
Okay, so I hope that all listeners listening to this show will come and join us in Putrajaya, and I'm confident that this event will benefit everyone. Like Gilbert, you have mentioned, from kids until the old people.
Yeah.
And the facilities that we provide is convenient for everyone.
Okay.
There will be huge and spacious parking spaces.
Okay.
Which is convenient.
All right.
And the visitors there will also stand a chance to win lucky draws.
All right.
Yeah, interesting prizes including electric scooter, bicycles, electric appliances, which with a total value of around 20,000 ringgit.
Okay.
And we are also giving away 2,000 pieces of betta fish and 100 pieces of clownfish. So yeah,
Okay.
so we hope that through this celebration, this will be an important milestone for us towards achieving sustainability of our fisheries resources, and at the same time to further develop the industry for the benefit of our people and the country. And it takes every one of us, each and every one of us has a role to play.
Definitely.
Usually we say that it takes a village to bring a child up.
Oh yeah.
So to conserve and use our resources, it takes the whole nation and whole society working together with us.
Definitely,
So,
Lim. Certainly agree. Lim, just before we end our interview here, very quickly here, is there anywhere where the public could get more info and details, a webpage or anything like that?
Yes, for more information on World Fisheries Day Celebration 2024, do follow our social medias, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok, DOF. And all information available on activities, on the time and the dates will be available on these platforms.
Nicely said. Thank you so much. Our guest, Lim Gaik, the head of International Section Policy and Strategic Planning Division, Department of Fisheries, Malaysia. And yes, happy World Fishery Day Celebration 2024, as we will be celebrating it on the 2nd and 3rd of November, internationally on the 21st of November. So going out to all listeners, well, you heard it from our guest right here. Make a date. Don't miss the date. The 2nd and 3rd of November at Putrajaya. And of course, this is where we celebrate World Fisheries Day Celebration 2024. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lim.
Thank you, Gilbert, and happy Deepavali and happy holidays to all.
Thank you so much. My producer Rose, together with myself here, Gilbert, on Momentum, What Matters. It's a build-up to the midday news. Back right after that. Stay tuned.